Day, exactly a year ago, 5th of May, on your birthday, Urena. It was cold. It was snowing. You fainted. Do you remember? I didn't think I was going to survive, but here we are a whole year later and we can talk about it like it was... Look at you now. You're wearing white again. You're radiant. The clock struck 12, just like that. I remember when they carried him out of the church. The military band was playing and the soldiers fired a salute at the graveside. And even though he was a general, there weren't many people. At the funeral, I mean. Though it was raining. Heavy rain and snow.
Why are you doing this?
No leaves on the birch trees yet. But it's warm enough to keep the windows open. It was beginning of May when we left Moscow too, but everything was already in bloom. It was so hot. The city was rich in the sunshine. Then Daddy was given his brigade, and we had to move here. And although it was 11 years ago, I remember it like it was yesterday. I woke up this morning, I opened my eyes, and my room was full of light. My room was full of the spring. But I felt like I was filling up too. And I longed. I longed to go home.
Bollocks! That doesn't make any sense.
Stop humming, Masha, it's annoying. It's just I get these headaches. I go to school every morning and teach all day and my head aches and aches. My brain feels sort of crippled and my thoughts are sort of dead. Like I'm old already. I go to that school every day for 4 years, and for 4 years they bled me dry, drop by drop, every day. But there's one thought that's left inside me. It gets clearer and clearer.
Go back to Moscow. Sell the house, settle up and go. To Moscow.
Yes, back to Moscow as soon as we can.
Andrei's going to be a professor anyway, so he can't stay here. The only thing stopping us is Masha.
Masha can come visit us every summer, for the whole summer.
It'll all work out, you'll see. It's such a beautiful day today. I woke up and I actually remembered it was my birthday. And I was excited, like when I was little, and Mummy was so alive. I had such wonderful dreams.
You're glowing today. You're radiant, beautiful. Masha is beautiful too. Andrei would be handsome, but he's put on weight and it doesn't suit him. I've got old and thin, I suppose, and yelling at all the girls all day. But not today. Today I'm free. I don't have a headache. I'm at home. And I actually feel my age again. I am only 28 after all. But sometimes I'd like to think if I got married, I could stay at home all day. I would have loved my husband.
I'm sick of listening to you. Oh, I was supposed to tell you something. Our new battery commander's coming to visit today.
Really? Is he old?
40s.
Is he interesting?
Fairly, but he has a wife, a mother-in-law, and 2 children. And wherever he goes, he mentions, I have a wife, 2 children, and a mother-in-law. She's kind of mad. The wife does her hair in a long black plait, just like an little girl. And then she tries to kill herself.
Oh, no.
Just to annoy her husband. I would have done it running a long time ago, but he just says that to everyone.
Ivan!
From male pattern baldness. Dissolve 5 grams of naphthalene, using half a bottle of spirit. Use daily. I'll make a note of that.
Ivan.
So, as I was saying, you put a cork in a little bottle, run a glass tube through it, then you take the teeniest pinch of ordinary...
Ivan!
Yes, my love! Light of my life!
Why do I feel so happy today? Like I'm sailing in a great blue sky with great white birds. Tell me why.
Little bird.
I woke up, I got out of bed, I got washed, and suddenly it was like I knew everything. I knew how we were supposed to live. Trust me, I know everything. We have to work, and work hard, otherwise we'll never be happy. You may as well not be a human being altogether if you don't work. It's better to be an animal than a young girl who wakes up at noon, has breakfast in bed, and spends all day thinking. It's disgusting. You have to promise me, if I never work, you never talk to me again.
I promise, I promise.
Daddy made us wake up at 7 every morning. Now Arena still wakes up at 7 and she lies in bed for hours and hours thinking and thinking. And she still has that serious expression on her face.
You still think I'm a little girl, so you find it funny when I'm serious. But I'm 20 years old.
I understand you completely, Arena. I was brought up in a posh and privileged family, and my father and mother tried to deter me from work. They spoiled me. If you think the storm is going to come closer and closer and closer, and eventually it's going to explode all over our lazinesses, and we're going to get work, all of us.
I won't.
You don't count.
Yeah. But the truth is, as soon as I graduated, I did nothing. I even stopped reading books. All I read in these silly magazines. Look at this one. According to this, there's a critic called Dobrolivov, and what he critiques and why, I haven't the foggiest. Oh, that's for me, that's for me. I'll be back in a minute.
He's up to something.
He's obviously going to buy you an extravagant present.
So I told him not to.
Why is he always doing these embarrassing things?
On a curved white shore grows a green oak tree, with a golden chain wound round and round. A golden chain wound round and round.
You're in an odd mood today, Masha. Where are you going?
Home. Home?
But it's your sister's birthday.
I'll be back this evening anyway. Bye for now, darling. Happy birthday. When Daddy was still alive, 30 or 40 officers would come to visit with us. It was so loud you could barely hear yourself think. But now there's 1.5 people, and well, it's silent as a desert. Okay, I'm going. Don't pay any attention to me. I'm feeling a little down today. I'll be alright, but I've got to get out. You're so...
It's okay, Masha. I understand you.
Arusha! What are you doing? Are you reading again? It's nothing. I just... No candles in there, at least.
What's wrong, Natasha?
I'm just checking for burning candles. It's carnival, and you need to keep an eye on the servants. What time is it?
8:15.
Olga and Irina should be back from work. The poor things. Olga says she had a meeting, but Irina should be back from the telegraph office by now. I've told her to take better care of herself. Irina, sweetie, take better care of yourself. That's exactly what I said. Andre, I think our little Robert is sick. He's all cold. Yesterday he had a temperature, but today he's all cold. I'm frightened.
I'm sure he's fine, Natasha.
We should put him on a special diet, just in case. Is it true they've hired musicians for tonight's party? They should come.
It's tradition. It is carnival time.
Ah, little Bobbit woke up this morning. He looked at me and he smiled. That means he recognizes me. And then do you know what he did? He laughed. Actually laughed. Children understand us, you know. They understand everything. I'll tell them not to let the musicians in.
Isn't that my sister's decision? It's their house after all.
You're right. It's their house too. They're so nice. I'll let them know myself. You're having yogurt for supper. The doctor says if you're going to lose weight, you're going to have yogurt. Bobbit won't stop shivering. I'm afraid it's the nursery. We should put him in a different room just in case. What do you think?
Yes, dear.
Irina's room would be perfect for a baby. It's nice and dry and gets the sun all day.
Yes, dear.
We should ask her. Then she can move in with Olga for the time being. It doesn't matter to her anyway. She's at work all day. She only comes home to sleep. Andre, say something.
I'm just thinking, dear. There's nothing to say.
Yes, I was meant to tell you. Fairypont's come from council to see you.
Or send him up. Hello, old man.
Mr. Protopov sent a book for you into the papers to sign in.
You should have come earlier. It's dark now.
What?
It's dark now.
I know. It was light when I got here. They said Mr. Prozorov's busy. Well, if he's busy, he's busy. I don't mind. I don't have anywhere else to go. What was that?
I didn't say anything. Tomorrow's Saturday. No work on Saturday. I'll go in anyway. Find something to do. Boring at home. Dear old Fairpont. Isn't it funny how life turns out? Today I was so bored I got out this book. Notes from my old lecture. And I just laughed and laughed. I am the secretary of the local council and Protopopov is the chairman. I'm the secretary and Protopopov is the chairman. And the most I can hope for is to one day be a member of the local council. Every night I dream of being a professor at Moscow University. A scholar, the pride of all Russia.
You know, a contractor told me once that some businessmen in Moscow would eat some pancakes. One ate 40 pancakes and died. Just died. 40 or 50 pancakes, I don't exactly remember.
I think if I could sit in one of Moscow's restaurants, I'd be so happy. Because there, no one knows you, and you know no one. You don't feel like a stranger. Here, everyone knows you, and you know them. You're a stranger.
Huh?
Stranger.
Huh? You know, the same contractor told me, though he's probably taking the piss, that they're going to run one piece of rope from Moscow to the other.
Why?
I don't know, is what he said.
He's lying. Have you ever been to Moscow?
No. Can I go now?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Safe travels home.
Oh, I don't know.
I'd like a cup of tea.
I'm sure they'll bring it soon. Daddy let me get married when I was just 18. I was sort of in awe of my husband. Because he was a teacher. I'd only just graduated then. I thought he was so wise, so intelligent and important. That didn't last.
I can see that.
But I'm not really talking about him. The people here generally are so intolerant and rude. I hate it. It's offensive. When someone isn't compassionate or kind, I feel it physically here. When I have to spend time with my husband's work colleagues, it actually hurts.
I understand, but they're all the same. In this town anyway. Listen to your local civilian, your military. He hates his wife, he hates his children, he hates his house, and he hates his horses. The universe is distinguished between animal and the way you express your feelings to a sublime level. Why do we aim so low in life? Why?
Why?
Why does he hate his children, his wife, and why do they both hate him?
You're not in a very good mood today.
Sorry, I haven't had anything since breakfast. I skipped lunch, you see, and one of my girls are sick, and when my girls are ill, I just have this wave of anxiety. I feel guilty about the way their mother is. We started arguing the moment we woke up, and by 9 I just had enough. I just walked out and slammed the door behind me. I don't normally talk to people about this, but I can trust you, strange. Don't be angry with me. You're all I have.
Listen to the stove. The wind comes down the chimney and gets trapped there and roars. Before Daddy died, it was just like that.
Are you superstitious?
Yes.
Interesting. A wonderful woman. Your eyes sparkle in the dark.
Well, there's light over here.
I love your eyes. I love the way you walk. I dream about your eyes and the way you walk.
I want to laugh, but I'm frightened. Please stop talking. Or don't. Stop talking, it doesn't matter to me. Why does it matter to me? Say something else. Someone's coming.
Here, take this, and this, and this jacket, and this shirt too. Hang on, Annie. I can't believe this is happening. They're saying the whole of Kirsanovsky Lane is on fire. take this. And this. Oh, the Vashinins are completely terrified. Everything burned. Poor little Alex has lost everything. His whole apartment burned down to the ground. Here.
Alyosha, we'll have to go for everyone. I'll never carry all this.
No one's answering tonight. Can somebody come here? Anyone? Oh, this is horrifying. I can't bear it. Oh, here. Take these. And this. Take them to the Colletilid sisters. They're sitting on the stairs.
There's a friendship made in the 1890s. We burned Moscow to the ground. That boxed them.
Quickly, quickly.
Right away.
Oh, Nanny, take everything. We don't need anything. Take it all. I'm so tired, I'm breaking. The Vashinins can't go home. The girls can sleep in the living room, and Alexander Ignatich will have to go in the hall. Or in with the Baron. The doctor's got drunk. He's gone and got drunk all night, and he can't help anyone tonight. Like he's gone and done it deliberately. Alexander's wife will have to go in the living room with the Baron.
Alyosha, please don't send me away. Please don't send me away.
What's she talking about, Nanny? Nobody's sending you away.
My dearest, my treasure, I do work. I work so hard, but what happens when I can't work anymore? They'll say, get out. Where do I go? 80 years old, 82.
Here, take a seat, Nanny. Nanny, you look exhausted. You're so pale.
They're saying we should set up an association in aid of the victims of the fire. What do you think? I think it's a lovely idea. Bob Higgins of Foxgrove sleeping like nothing's happened. The little angels, but the house is bursting with people. I'm afraid they'll catch the flu.
You can't see the fire from this room. It's peaceful.
I must look a sight. People saying I've lost weight. It's not true. It's not. Masha's sleeping. The poor thing. She must be tired. What are you doing here? Get up! Get up! Get up! Immediately! Make yourself useful! Go! I don't understand why you keep that woman.
I'm sorry, but I think I'm the one that doesn't understand.
She's old. She's useless. She should go back to her village. You're just indulging her, really. Oh, our little headmistress is so tired and worn out. Is our little headmistress feeling well?
I am not headmistress.
Yes, you are. They've already decided.
I'll refuse. I can't. I can't do it. You were so rude to Nanny just then. I'm sorry, but I can't allow it.
I'm sorry, Aurelia. I didn't mean to.
Maybe we were brought up strangely. Maybe we were. But you have to understand that I can't tolerate that sort of... It depresses me. It just makes me feel like giving up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Rudeness or cruelty or even sadness. I just can't have it.
I get overexcited sometimes. But you must admit, she should go back to her own village. All she does is sleep and sit and...
So let her sit.
Let her sit. She's staff. Staff doesn't sit. I have a nurse and a wet nurse. We have a cook and a maid. I just don't understand why you keep that woman.
I've aged 10 years in just one night.
We're going to have to come to some kind of agreement, Olya. You're at work all day. I'm at home. You're the teacher, and I'm the housekeeper. And if I say something about the staff, then I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, and I want that old thing, that old bitch, out of this house this morning. How dare she? How dare she make me upset? How dare she? The thing is, if you don't move out, we're always going to be arguing like this. It's terrible.
Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. So long. They think because you're a doctor, you know how to cure everything. Whereas in fact, you know nothing. Everything you know is God. You know nothing. No thing. Last Wednesday, I was called to a woman. And she died. She just died. And it's your fault she died. Yes, your fault. Maybe you knew something 25 years ago. But now you know nothing. No thing. Your head is empty and your heart is cold. Maybe you don't actually exist at all. Maybe you just think you exist with arms, legs, and a head. Maybe, just maybe, you just think you exist. You think you walk, eat, and sleep. I don't want to exist. Do you hear me? I don't want to exist. Fuck it. The day before yesterday, everyone was in the club talking about Shakespeare and Voltaire. You've never read Shakespeare or Voltaire, have you? No, you haven't. But you nodded your head and pretended you had. So did everyone else. It's so ignorant, so humiliating. And then, the dead woman walked into the room, and you knew you killed her. You are a disgusting, deformed, polluteful. You're so off the wagon, you jumped into every bottle you could get your hands on. Oh, and Natasha's fucking Protopopov. That's right, they're having a little affair. And you just sit there, pretend you don't know anything. But Natasha is fucking Protopopov!
Less of a human being, hasn't he? More of a husk. An aging husk. It's that woman. Do you remember yesterday? He was boasting, actually boasting, about becoming a member of the local council. I mean, he's a member of the local council. That Protopopov is chairman of. I mean, the whole town's laughing at him, and he's the only one who doesn't see it. And yesterday, when the fire started and everyone ran out to help, he just ran up to his study and shut the door like it wasn't even happening. He just plays a stupid violin over and over again. I can't. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. Throw me away. Throw me away.
Darling, what's happened? What's wrong?
Where did it all go? I don't remember how to say ceiling in Italian or window. I've forgotten everything. And every day we step further and further away from alive. And I know we'll never go back to Moscow. I know we'll never go.
My love. My love, my love.
I'm not crying. I'm not crying. But I work at the local council and I hate and despise everything that they tell me to do. Each day, I'm treading more and more from a life, a beautiful life, into this desolate void.
Don't cry, little one. Please don't cry. It upsets me when you cry.
I'm not crying. There, I'm not crying. I'm not crying.
Darling, I'm going to give you some advice. As a sister, as a friend, you know. You should marry the Baron. I know you're not in love with him, but he's a kind man. He's a good man, and he's honest, and you respect that, and that is so important. People don't marry him for love in real life. At least that's what I think. I would marry without love. I would. If someone asked me, I'd marry them within a second if they were a good person. I wouldn't even marry an old man.
I was waiting to meet him, to move back to Moscow. I dreamed about him. I loved him. And now it will never happen.
Darling little sister, I understand, I do. When Nikolai left the army and came home without his uniform, he looked so plain and ordinary. It broke my heart. Why are you crying? He asked. What could I say? But if he'd been your husband, I would have been happy. Because that's different. That's a different thing altogether. You, Masha, are just silly. You're the silliest person in our family.
I need to tell you both something. I need to tell my sisters. It's my secret, but it's been killing me not saying anything. I'll say it now, and then I'll never say it again. I'll never say anything ever again. I'm in love. I'm in love with that man. You know what I mean? He was here just now. Oh, what's the point? I love Alexander Ignovich Vereshinin.
Oh, I don't want to know. I can't hear you.
Oh, what am I going to do? At first, I thought he was strange. And then I felt sorry for him. And then I fell in love. I love his voice. I love the way he talks. I love his two little girls.
I can't hear you. Whatever stupidities you're coming up with this time, I don't want to know.
No, you're the silly one, Olga. If I'm in love, then I'm in love. I can't do anything about it. It's terrifying. Don't you think it's terrifying? But is it actually wrong? When you read about love in books, it seems like some stupid cliche. But then you fall in love yourself, and it's like no one has ever been in love before. It's just you, and you're all alone. Dear sisters, now I've told you. And now, as promised, I'll never speak of it again. I'll never say anything ever again. I'll be like Gogol's madman. Never mind, silence.
What do you want now?
I've told you 10 times, Andre.
It's not Andre to you, but sir.
Sorry, Sir Andre. The fireman going the long way around, and it's torture.
Fine. Tell them it's fine. Why won't they leave me alone? Where's Olga? Do you have the little key to the safe? I seem to have lost mine. Why are you looking at me like that? What? Fine, right. I've had enough of this. All cards on the table. You're here, Olga's here, Arena's here. All cards on the table. What have I done wrong?
Not now, Andrewsha. We'll talk tomorrow.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I was asking nicely. Just please tell me what you've got against me.
Good night, Olga. You should get some sleep. Good night, little one. Sweet dreams.
Bye, Andre. That's enough now. They're exhausted. We'll speak in the morning.
Really, Andrewsha? We'll talk tomorrow. It's time for bed.
Fine. I'll say one last thing, then I'll go. Firstly, don't think that I haven't noticed you've all taken against my wife the minute we got married. Well, if you really want to know, she's a good person. Honest person. Straightforward and sweet. Well, that's my opinion, but I love and respect my wife. And I ask others to respect her too. And all your silly little issues, well, they're just immature. Secondly, I know that you're all mad that I didn't become a professor like we planned, that I didn't dedicate my time to the arts. Well, I'd like to say I'm actually a member of the local council now. And I think that's just as good work as dedicating my life to science and art. Finally, I mortgaged the house. I was wrong. I'm just asking for your forgiveness. I was in a lot of debt, you see. 38,000. Well, I've stopped gambling now. I stopped a long time ago. Well, actually, in my defence, you are girls. You get an annuity from our father's pension, whereas money doesn't just drop into my lap.
I have to go.
Where are you going?
Just in town to say goodbye to my friends.
You're lying. What's up with you today? What happened yesterday outside the theatre?
I'll be back in an hour or so. My love. I've been in love with you for the last 5 years, and I still can't get used to it. Your wonderful hair, your wonderful eyes. We'll both get jobs. We'll go somewhere else. We'll be rich. And my dreams will come true. be happy. We'd be great together. But there is just one problem. You don't love me.
Can't help it. I'll marry you. I'll be your wife. I'll be faithful, but I don't love you. I've never loved anyone before. I mean, I've tried. I've really tried, but it's like my heart is an expensive grand piano. They've locked it up and threw away the key. Your eyes have gone strange.
I haven't slept at all. I'm not afraid of anything, but that lost key, it tortures me. I just can't sleep. Say something. Say something.
What do you want me to say? Everything's so incomprehensible. Look at the trees. Just standing there. Not telling us anything.
Say something.
What? What do you possibly want me to say?
You know what?
Stop. No.
Funny how sometimes small, inconsequential things you just laugh at. I don't exactly know why we're talking about this. I can see the trees. I can see the oak, the branches, and they can see me. With such beautiful trees. It makes our life bearable, but our lives won't be great, will they? Say something.
What?
I've got to go.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not, Irina.
Yes.
I haven't had my coffee this morning. Get someone else to make it for me.
These papers are official. I didn't make them up.
Where did it go?
Where did my past go? I was young, and happy and clever, and I had young and happy and clever thoughts. And my present and future glowed in the dark. How come, when you've only just started living, do you become boring, miserable, lazy, indecisive? This town has been around for 200 years, with a population of 100,000 people, and there's not a single different person, not a single artist, not a single intellect, who could bring meaning to life. Everyone's exactly the same. We eat, sleep, drink, and die. And everyone else eats, sleeps, drinks, and try to make their meaningless life more important. They gamble and drink and sue each other over the stupidest things. And their wives cheat on their husbands. And their husbands pretend to see nothing and hear nothing. And the children are crushed under the weight of all this pettiness. And they become the same corpses as their mothers and fathers.
What can I say except goodbye? There must be some little speech I can make. Okay, here it is. Life is hard. It's inconsequential. I have to go. We've spent our lives waging wars, having inventions, occupations. There's this large gap. We're trying to figure out what to fill it with, but I wish we could find it now. If work and education and work could somehow fit, I have to go.
She's here.
Oh, Irina, I can't believe you're leaving us tomorrow. Can't you stay another tiny little week? I'll move Andre into your room. He can scuffle about with his violin. And Vodka can go in his study. She's such a special little child. This morning she said, Mama. So I'm going to be left here all alone. First I'll have those fir trees cut down. And that maple too. They're so gloomy in the evening. Irina, that belt does not suit you. You need something brighter to liven you up. Then I'll place 100 flowers all around the house. Who put the fork on the bench?
Listen, the band's playing. They're leaving us now. We have to live. We have to live. Look up. The geese are migrating. I don't know why, but every spring and every autumn, for thousands of years they can fly. And they'll fly for 1,000 of years more until finally all of life's mystery is revealed to them. One day we'll know. One day everyone will know what all this suffering is for. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to leave tomorrow and take up the job at the school. Give my life to people who just might need it. It's autumn now. And soon it'll be winter, and the earth will be covered in snow. I'm going to work. I'm going to work.
The music is so brave. It makes you happy to be alive. My God, as time passes, we'll all be gone forever. Faces forgotten, voices forgotten. Even how many of us were here. Forgotten. But all of the suffering will transform into joy for the people who come after us. Happiness and peace will fill the world, and then they'll look back and remember us kindly for the sad people who lived and died before them. Oh, My dear sisters, our lives aren't over yet. We are going to live. The music is so brave. The music is so happy, and it seems that in just a little while we'll all know why we're here and what all this suffering is for. It is possible to know. It is possible to